Hello students, here is Sushri Priyadarshini, lecturer in mechanical engineering from Bose, Cuttack. Today I am here to teach you the one of the subject, that is industrial engineering and management, and this is the third chapter of industrial engineering and management, that is inventory control. In this class we will complete the some part of this chapter, that is inventory control, and in the remaining classes I will definitely cover all the courses that is in your syllabus. And today the contents are, for this chapter the contents are classification of inventory according to your syllabus, objectives of inventory control, benefits of inventory control, cost associated with inventory, inventory control terminologies, explain the economic order quantity basic model for basic model, and last is ABC analysis. According to this content we will cover one by one. So definitely this is the first class, so we will start from starting the classification of inventory, but before going to in details about the inventory control, we all should know why we will study about this chapter in this industrial engineering and management, and what is inventory, what is the definition of inventory, what do you understand by it, and how we will control, and what is the need of it in the industries. So from the, let us move to next slide. So here we will study about the types of inventory, that is first point of our content, that is classification of inventory. But before going to classification of inventory, we all should understand what is inventory. Actually inventory, what you will understand by listening the term inventory. In the industries it is the basic term, but you will understand that that it is a part which is in stock. Okay, it is the products which are in stock in the industries, whether it is raw material or it is semi finished product or it is finished product. Then now what do you mean by raw material, semi finished product or finished product? If I am telling you, so this is the inventories. What do you understand by it? It might be the raw material, that means the material which is directly brought from the resource places. Okay, that is called as raw material. There is no operation on that material, we will directly bring that product from the resource areas, and after that we will do or operate some operations onto that product, that is called as raw material, and that is a kind of inventory, that is you can call that as inventory. Clear? Then coming to semi finished product. Semi finished product means, suppose you have done some operations on a particular raw material, but some operations are also left. Okay, then that product is called as semi finished. That means that product is not ready to dispatch to the market. So that is called as semi finished, where that means there are suppose 5 operations are being carried out onto that material, but two processes already have been carried out, but 3 processes are left. Okay. So that product is called as semi finished. That means some operations have been being carried out onto that material, that is called as semi finished product. Then coming to the final or finished product, that means all the processes have been carried out onto that material, and that material is completely ready to dispatch, that means that is ready to go to the market for sale. So that product is called as finished product. That is also a kind of inventory. That means when you are talking about the inventories, that might be raw material or semi finished product or finished product, but that should be in stock. Clear? So coming to the classification of inventory, there are different types of inventory. I will tell you one by one. So first is raw material. I told you about the raw material, that is the basic own fabricated materials which have not undergone any operation. I think you might have clear about this term raw material. That means we are bringing that material from the resource areas from where we need to carry out some operations onto that to make the final product. So, that material is called as raw material. Okay. So, coming to the second, that is bought out parts. What do we mean by bought out parts? That means when we are doing some operations or we are doing some manufacturing works in the industries, the raw material is a part onto which we will do the operations to make the final product, but sometimes we need some final product or semi finished product to carry out that operation. Okay, and we do not manufacture those products in our own industries, but we are buying those products from other industries or from the market. Clear? That means the parts which is purchased from outside as per the company's specification or as per the requirement of the manufacturing process, then that part is called as bought out parts. Those parts are bought from the market or from the outside to carry out the operation. That is why that is called as bought out parts. Though those parts may be semi finished or finished. Normally those parts are finished product, and we are buying those products from other industries, or we are buying those products from the market, and those products will help us in the operation. Okay, and sometimes those are we are buying some semi finished product and we will do some remaining operations onto that, and we will convert that into totally finished product, and later we will use those parts in our operation, which will help to carry out the final operations. Clear? So, that those are called as bought out parts, and some bought out parts are also kept in stock, which will help us to complete our operations. So, that is why that is also a kind of inventory. Okay. So, then next is work in process inventory. Okay. So, that is the materials which is in partially completed conditions. Work in process means that is also a kind of inventory, but that is in semi finished condition. Okay, semi finished condition, that means already some operations have been carried out onto that product and some are left. That is why that is called as work in process. Okay, and also sometimes we call it as semi finished, that is not finished, that is semi finished, but after doing some operations we are keeping those parts in our stock for further use, or we are waiting to receive the order. After that we will carry out the final operations and we will dispatch those products. So, that is why that is called as work in process inventories. The semi finished products or work in process products which are kept in the stock and will later those will be used, those are called as work in process inventory. Clear? Then finally is finished inventory. Okay, finished inventory, completed product ready for dispatch. Okay, completed product, that means some parts in the industry, some parts always be completed. Okay, that means suppose a industry which is making the refrigerator, so definitely some refrigerators in completely working conditions will be kept in stock in the industry for emergency orders. Clear? So, that completely finished product is called as finished inventory. Okay, that means that is ready to any time that is ready to dispatch. There is no operations to be carried out. Okay, that is ready to dispatch if the emergency order will come. Okay, so that is why that is called as finished inventory, and sometimes some part of finished products will be kept in stock so that the company can face the emergency orders. Clear? So, that is completed product ready for dispatch. Okay, that means all the operations, all the final operations have been carried out onto that product, and that is completely ready for dispatch, but that is kept in stock. That is called as finished product, finished inventory. Difference between the work in process inventory and finished inventory is that suppose a refrigerator, that means the compressor is there and other parts are there, but that is those are not in assembled condition, that is not ready to dispatch. So, that is called as work in process inventory. But if the refrigerator is ready to move to the market or ready to move to anyone's home or anyone's business type shop or any industry where it is required, then that is called as finished inventory. Okay, that is the basic difference between the work in process, which is called as semi finished, and the finished inventory, which is called as completely completed inventory. Clear? Then another type is maintenance, repair and operating store. Clear? What do you understand by this? That is called as not part of final product, but are consumed in production process. It is not the part of final product, but it is consumed. When we are calling it is the consumed product, definitely some parts are coming to our mind, that is lubricating oil. Okay, that is the consumed part. Okay, and lubricating oil is not the final product, part of the final product. It is not, it will be not there, but it is consumed, which helps in operation process. Oil is consumed. Okay, so that though the consumption of lubricating oil occurs, and some part also are there which are consumed throughout the operations, but that is not the part of final product. So, that product are maintenance, repair and operating store. Okay, that is kept in the maintenance store or repair store or operating store. Okay, and always that is those products are kept in stock. Okay, because you never know when the need will come, when the requirement will come, when the maintenance department will call for the maintenance. So, that is why those products are kept in stock, and those inventories are called as maintenance inventories or repair inventories or operating inventories. Okay, so, definitely those are the inventories which are helping for the operation processes, but that is not the final part of the final product. Clear? Then tool inventory. Okay, this is also an important part, tool inventory, that is both standard tools and special tools. Definitely we are using some tools for the operation process. Suppose grinding operation is there, we are using grinding tools, and drilling operation is there, we are using the drilling tool. Okay, turning operation is there, we are using the turning tool. So, sometimes some special tools are there and sometimes some basic tools are there, and some standard tools are there. So, all the tools that those are also kept in stock in the industries, and those are also coming under the inventory parts. Clear? So, it is the most important inventory, that is called as tool inventory. So, first one is raw material, then bought out parts which are bought from the market, then work in process inventory, that is called as semi finished product, then finished inventory, those are called as completely completed condition, then maintenance, repair and operating store, the products which are helping in operation processes but are consumed. Okay, then tool inventory, the tools, whichever tools we are using in the process to complete the process, those are called as tool inventories. Clear? Then coming to the next segment of our content, first content classification of inventory we have completed. The next objectives of our inventory control. Then we have understood what is inventory, but the name of the chapter is inventory control. Then what is the requirement of inventory control? So, definitely inventory means the parts, whether it is any part, raw material, finished, semi finished or which are helping, consumption part, tools. Okay, the most important things of industries. So, those should be controlled. That means the prices are involved, definitely costs are involved, different kind of cost. We will study about those costs in later. So, that control processes should be in a definite manner to do all the processes in a required cost. Clear? Suppose our total cost is this much and we have to complete all these processes within this cost. So, that is why the control is most important, inventory control, and we should understand how these control processes will be carried out and which is the need, what is the need of inventory control and what is the benefit of inventory control, what are the objectives of inventory control. We all should understand about everything, clear. So, objectives of inventory control, why we need this control of inventory and what are the main objectives and what we will get after the inventory control, what the industry will gain, okay, and what disadvantages the industry will face if the inventory control is not carried out properly, clear. So, that is the objectives. First objectives is to fulfill adequate supply to customer and to avoid the shortage, okay. That is the most important objective. That means inventory, that is the product in stock. If the product in stock is in sufficient condition, then the company or the industry can fulfill the requirement of the customers to avoid the shortage, okay. That there will be no shortage of product and the industry is ready to fulfill the requirement or fulfill the demand of the customer. Definitely the customer demand is there, sometimes the demand is high, sometimes the demand is low, depending upon the time. So, the company can face the demand of the customer or requirement of the customer and can fulfill the requirements and there will be no shortage if the inventory control is in proper condition. It does not matter where, how much inventories the company is having, but the control thing is necessary. Suppose we are having money with us, but if we do not know how to spend it, then that is the big problem, clear. So, that is why the company might have inventories, but the company should understand, should follow the particular law in which the inventory control takes place, so that there will be no shortage and the company can face the requirement of the customer, the company can fulfill the demand of the customers. That is the most important point. Then second point is to minimize the financial investment. It is the most important point. The company always wants to gain the profit, to get the more and more profit. So, the financial if the financial investment will be low, then the company can get the profit more, clear. So, it will obviously, if we know the control processes of the inventories, that means how to control the all these parts, then definitely the financial investment will be low. That is our most important objective or most important motto, to minimize the financial investment. Then efficient purchase, storing, consumption and accounting of the material. It is the most important. The points are, I am telling you, efficient purchase, storing, consumption and accounting of material. These terms are important. Actually, purchase is most important, how much orders the company is receiving per day or per year or per 6 months. Then storing, how the company is storing the products are not getting damaged, that is important, efficiently storing. Then consumption, how the company or industry is consuming the consumable product, how it is consumed, efficient consumption is also required. Then accounting of material, accounting is most important. Accounting, if accounting of material is properly done, then the company can estimate in which in how many days, in how much cost all the products will be carried out, the operations will be carried out, the company will gain the profit this much, that is most important, clear. So, the objective should be efficient purchase, storing, consumption and accounting, clear. Then fourth objective is to maintain timely record of all items. If there are many items in the industry, that means in the store, the proper maintenance of record is necessary, clear. Then to ensure the timely action for replenishment or what procurement or replacement, then to ensure timely action, if the product needs the replacement, then that should be done in proper time. that should not be any delay. Okay. If the delay occurs, then that might be going to damage. Okay. So, that is why the proper timely action for the replenishment is most important, and that should be our objective, in which time the replenishment will be occurred. To provide a preserved stock for variation in lead time of delivery. Okay. I will tell you about this point in later slide, that is about the lead point. Okay. Then for short term and long term planning of materials. Okay. That means the inventory control, in inventory control will plan for what inventory control, or we are planning for what for a year or for a month or for 6 months or for 2 years, we are doing the proper planning. Okay. So, our objective is to plan for short term or plan for long term based on our product or based on the demand of our product. That should be our what objective. So, these are the basic, or these are the most important objectives of inventory control. You all should understand the points one by one, so that you can write elaborately in your exams. Clear? Then coming to our next slide, that is benefits of inventory. In the content parts, we have completed the objectives of inventory control. I told you about every points. Then benefits of inventory control. So, definitely we all should know, if the inventory control is done properly or is carried out in a good manner or is done in a particular planning, then what will be the benefit of industry? We all should know. Then first benefit is smooth and uninterrupted production. Smooth and uninterrupted means, that means there is no bottleneck on, there is no interruption in the production process, and the production line is clear and the smooth production is there. That is most important. The production line should be clear and there is less interruption in the production process. Then the smooth production will be carried out. If we are doing in a proper planning, then obviously the smooth and uninterrupted production will be carried out. Then timely delivery. If the production process is carried out in a good manner, or suppose the inventory is in our stock and suppose some finished product in our is in our stock according to the demands, or some semi finished product is in our stock, then definitely the timely delivery of the product will be carried out. Clear? Then improved customer relationship. That is most important. Customer relationship will be improved if the company is providing the